Well, it's a good neighborhood. We actually like this neighborhood.
Of all the differences between Northwest and Southwest, perhaps the most pronounced is how the neighborhoods look.
It's a good neighborhood. Everybody gets along pretty well.
Yes, the feel in the Valley of the Sun is decidedly beige. And because of that, it's easy to tell when your neighbors are from Washington.
Well, it's an interesting house.
It does stand out a little bit, doesn't it?
Ashton Fitzwater
Little bit.
has brought some color from Silverdale, Washington to Chandler, Arizona.
You don't have that down here.
Last year for the Super Bowl, he painted the logo in his yard.
We had to step it up, and painting the house was the only logical thing to do.
We were excited because he got out there and he was going to paint it because the trim and stuff needed to be painted. And it's like, you're going to paint it, you know? And he says, yes, I am. And he painted it to Seahawk colors.
Larry McAmore actually kind of likes it, though if neighbors here hadn't already thought about forming a homeowners association,
You know, we had to get the Legion of Boom up there.
there's a good chance they'll consider it now.
They love it. They're on board with it.
We need to get him out of the neighborhood.
Leave it to the Broncos fan next door
He won't leave, though. We just have to put up with it.
to maybe hold a little grudge from last year.
You know it.
Good neighbor.
But really, that's what bonds this area together.
It's definitely a football neighborhood.
While all the other homes might be tan, NFL colors of all varieties are on display,
You know, we have to have fresh paint for the game, game ready.
though none quite as proudly as the ones right outside Larry's window.
Yeah, we got a bird room in there and it looks right out on his house. So, you know.
A bird room, perfect for admiring a Seahawk.
We got to keep this reasonable.
If some walls could talk, they'd likely tell you their jealousy of these walls that can sing.
Another legendary in-studio session was British post.
The music played within the confines of KEXP's Dexter and Denny studio echoes the history of Seattle.
This building has had 400 to 500 bands every year in its existence. It's supported more local music than any place and maybe any station in the country. It's been a part of the history of this city.
So perhaps it's only fitting that a place this much a part of the city is transitioning with it.
And I think it just, it's a logical progression to move.
Their lease ended and the space is being developed. South Lake Union is a changing neighborhood. So KEXP's neighborhood is changing. The 10,000 vinyls have already been moved. Now all that's left is the 40,000 CDs.
There's a spirit here that will never be gone. It's been a tremendous ride for us.
The old soundboard, worn bare by a steady rhythm of new songs and a love of sharing them, is being turned off.
All right, everybody, ready? Yeah! Yeah!
Once the final and most important piece of the station
It'd be fun if we were late.
walks over
There are tons of people, staff, and listeners.
in its own way
There's a dancing pig.
to their new Seattle Center home.
And he will play the very first song.
The new space is 4,500 square feet, and no one denies it's better.
And then where is audio?
Now, they just need to get used to it
Oh yeah, you do lose it up there.
and wear down this new audio board
It's an emotional day. Wow. Here at
with the same kind of magic as the last one.
KEXP live from the Seattle Center and our new home. Congratulations, everybody. Ah,
In Seattle, Mitch
that
Pittman,
was hard.
Como News.
Now what?
Hi. Hi, Mom. Hi, honey.
At first, you might be so taken by her smile
Just say hi.
that you don't even notice her hair.
Do you want to show him your belly, your lines?
But impossible to miss
Right here. Let's show him your lines.
is Layla's bravery. Hands this little should never have to hold these tubes.
Yeah.
But hearts this big
Okay. Can you put it in the pocket?
can somehow fight it.
She has a softball-sized tumor in her belly, and it has spread into her bones.
The news came at the end of October after Jessica's husband Mike noticed a bump on Layla's stomach while changing a diaper. Doctors call it stage 4 neuroblastoma. Jessica calls it simply a living nightmare.
It's the scariest thing a parent could ever go through.
They want parents to be aware of the signs because they're not always obvious.
Before we were diagnosed, she was just fine.
Big brother Owen helps feed her and is always there to play. Family from across the country has flown in to help. And people they don't even know have started donating on Layla's GoFundMe site.
And there's been strangers that have donated for Layla's bills.
They've already been through 3 rounds of chemo, but the worst is yet to come. Removing the tumor, immunotherapy, radiation. And while cancer cares nothing about the innocence of a child, it's that very innocence that's now giving this family the strength to fight back.
If she keeps her spirits up like she has been, she'll be fine.
In Marysville, Mitch Pittman, Como News.
Tonight is Oktoberfest and we're playing Oak Harbor.
In the face of what happened here a year ago,
thank you,
how insignificant this game could be.
It should be a really good game. It'll be pretty neck and neck. Our teams are pretty similar.
But on the eve of the 1-year anniversary of the shooting that killed 5, including the shooter, injured 1, and changed the lives of countless, this game with Oak Harbor was about healing.
This was the game that was on October 24th last year, and they actually forfeited the game and gave us the Wesco title.
Such an act of kindness has not been forgotten.
Okay, get ready.
Which is why every single Oak Harbor fan who came tonight,
there'll be a crowd, so we're gonna have to
got a rose.
This is from MP to you.
And a debt of gratitude repaid.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
It was kind of surreal, like you kind of got like that chills and the goosebumps. It just made you feel good, and you know that support's still there.
Before the game, players faced each other on the field for the national anthem, followed by a moment of silence. From then on, it was football. In the end, Oak Harbor got back the victory they forfeited a year ago. But this game was really so much more.
I think it's going to be a good experience and not like sad or, depressing or anything like that.
A reminder that while life will never be the same here, that doesn't mean life won't go on.